Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A Russian court sentenced and charged the Ukrainian spy chief of terrorism of about 104 acts of terrorism against Russia and ordered his arrest. Obviously, it's a long way from issuing an arrest warrant like this and then implementing it. What's strange to me, at least, is not that he got indicted or charged. No, is why not Putin or I don't remember Zelensky being charged with anything. Um, Putin might have been charged, but I have never heard about Zelensky being charged with anything. Nevertheless, let's look into these two articles that I got, and they come from obviously Sputnik, not from the free media, because it's not important. Sputnik. Russia charges Ukraine's intel chief Kirill Budanov with 104 acts of terrorism. This guy right here. Russia's investigative committee, IC, has in absentia charged Kirill Budanov, head of Ukraine's main intelligence directorate, with 104 cases of terrorism carried out on Russian territory. And I'm quoting, Budanov KA is charged with 104 offenses under Article 205.2, public calls for committing a terrorist activity or public justification of terrorism, end quote, a representative of the Basmany District Court of the city of Moscow told Sputnik. When it comes to Budanov's case, the court ruled for, and I'm quoting, 2 months of pretrial detention as a preventive measure, end quote. The period will run from the moment of his extradition or detention on the territory of Russia. They claim, the Russians, the Federal Security Services, FSB, claimed that Budanov was the one behind the attack on the Crimean Bridge on April 21st, 2023. The Lefortovo District Court of Moscow satisfied a petition from Russia's IC's to carry out an investigation and issued a warrant for his arrest in absentia. On October 3rd, the IC indicated Kirill Budanov and Mykola Oleshchuk, Ukraine's Air Force commander, and Sergei Bordanyuk, commander of the 383rd Separate Regiment of Remotely Piloted Aircraft of the Ukrainian Air Force. The three officials were found responsible for over 100 drone strikes targeted at the territory of the Russian Federation. So that's one. The other one comes from Russia Today. Russian court orders arrest of Ukraine's spy chief. Kirill Budanov stands accused of masterminding 104 terrorist attacks, quote unquote, against the country. Well, what do you expect? That's partly of his job. Now, you can't just go and commit terrorism, right? There are some rules still, but it seems like if the right people break the rules, then is nothing wrong. Will they arrest him? I don't think so. Will they try to destroy him physically? Yeah. He is not going to be arrested. How can you arrest this guy? You can't abduct him and arrest him. It's just a symbolic piece of a warrant, but it's strange that these guys did not issue, I don't know, arrest warrants for, I don't know, let's say Bill Clinton or Tony Blair. Sir Tony Blair. And others. It seems like it works not only one way, but it's just for the little people. I say little people, unimportant people, or what they think is unimportant people. Do I think Budanov committed any terrorist acts? Well, the drone attacks on Moscow, not on military targets, created panic, terrorizing people. No victims, as far as I remember. No. Could that be called terrorist activity? Well, how would you call something like this occurring in your neighborhood coming from China or from Russia? A few drones sent here did not kill anybody, but I don't know, blew up 2 houses. Would you say, It's just fireworks. No, you're not going to say that. On the other hand, we can't ignore the fact that the Russians did the same thing to the Ukrainians. So there are some guys on the other side that should be also prosecuted. So what are they going to do? Prosecute them all? Justice for all? Well, I suggest that we start with the beginning, or not with the beginning, but with people that are still alive. And as I said, there are some people right there. They are revered by some. And actually, if you look at what they did, I'm not talking about 104 acts of terrorism. I'm talking about millions of people. Now you include what's his name, George W. Bush as well in there. Great. I mean, push him over there. Dick Cheney, I don't know if the garbage is still around. His daughter is still around. Another one. And he fits that. I don't know if Roosevelt, I know he's dead. Another one who would fit. And some many others in the. She's dead. What's her name? That owl, Zelensky Stein owl. What was her name? The Secretary of State, Zelensky Stein. That she died last year, and everybody, or this year, earlier this year, everybody, oh, Madeleine Albright. She definitely should be somewhere at the top of the list. She died and revered, and ooh, 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 ah, 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 a lot of tears were shed by these crocodiles. Anyway, this is it. Budanov will get a missile, or he's going to commit something, boom, or he's going to go to London. When they're going to lose, Budanov would either end up like that, bombed by something, boom. He's not going to be abducted. I don't think he can. Maybe he's going to pull out an Adolf, boom, or he's going to just fly straight to London to his main masters, or usually to United States of America, no, but London, they like London for whatever reason, these guys, and the Zelensky Steins. So Zelensky is going to, if he's not going to get the same fate, he's going to get to London, not Israel anymore. He's going to probably apply for an Israeli citizenship. I don't know if he's got it or not. And then probably United States. So these are London, Great Britain, or England. Then you got Israel, and you got the United States of America. And if you're really, really bad, you pull one like, what's his name, that director, a Jewish director, what's his name, Zelensky Stein director, who was charged, I think, with rape, that minor, whatever his name is, Polanski. Yeah, again, he's everywhere. I don't know where he's right now, in Switzerland or something. Or he was in France. I know he was in Israel, wherever he goes. But they usually go over there because they know there will not be. And nevertheless, this is Budanov. Good luck with arresting Budanov. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.